After 40 days and nights alone in the wilderness, Jesus returned. He wasn't weakened by the solitude. Instead, he was forged by it, filled with a quiet strength that was absolutely unshakable. The time for private preparation was over. It was time to begin his public ministry. He walked along the familiar shores of the Sea of Galilee. Imagine the scene. The morning air is still. The sun is just rising, casting these beautiful golden ripples across the water's surface. All around, fishermen are going about their daily work, mending their nets, completely unaware that their ordinary lives were on the verge of becoming extraordinary. Jesus approached to brothers Simon, who we now know as Peter, and his brother Andrew. They were casting their nets into the lake, their movements practiced and rhythmic. Then, with a calm authority that seemed to cut right through the sound of the lapping waves, Jesus spoke. "Follow me," he said, "and I will make you fishers of men." Think about that moment. It wasn't a command filled with force, but an invitation filled with purpose. It wasn't about pressure, it was about promise. And something in his voice, something in his presence, was so compelling that Simon and Andrew did the unthinkable. Without a moment's hesitation, they left their nets right where they were. They left their boats, their livelihood, their entire world as they knew it, everything, a little farther down the shore. Jesus saw two more brothers, James and John, the sons of Zebedee. They were in a boat with their father, mending their nets, a mundane, everyday task. And when Jesus called to them, they responded with the same radical trust. They immediately left their boat and even their father, who watched as his sons walked away from their past and stepped directly into their destiny. It's so important to remember who these men were. They weren't religious scholars, they weren't powerful priests, and they certainly weren't kings. They were common laborers, men with calloused hands and simple, honest hearts. Yet, these were the men God chose. Through them, He would build a foundation that would eventually shake the most powerful empires and completely rewrite the course of human history. As this small group walked together, Jesus began to teach them about the kingdom of God. This wasn't a kingdom of swords and armies, built on power and conquest. No. This was a kingdom built within the human heart, a kingdom where the poor are declared rich in spirit, where the meek inherit the earth, and where mercy always triumphs over judgment. He didn't just speak about this new reality, he demonstrated it. He healed the sick, bringing wholeness to broken bodies. He touched the untouchable, restoring dignity to the outcasts. He gave sight to the blind and brought hope to the hopeless. And everywhere he went, crowds began to follow. They weren't just drawn by the miracles, they were drawn because they felt something real, something profound, awakening deep within their own souls. This wasn't just the beginning of a 3-year ministry. It was the start of a revolution of love that continues to echo down through the centuries, touching every generation. And it all began so simply, on a quiet shoreline, with 4 fishermen who heard the simple, life-altering words, "Follow me." Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that explores these powerful moments. We'd love to have you as part of our community.